Well, hello and welcome to this very special New Year's Eve edition of the Room Junkie Show. Can you believe we actually made it to the last day of 2021? Oh, listen, I'm just so happy to sit here and relax and see if somebody is going to join me. And if you're joining me, do let me know where you are. Let me know where in the country, where in the world you are. Tell me what you're up to. If you've got good news, share it with me because I want to hear all the good news that I can get. Let me know what my light is like too, and let me know what my sound is like. Uh, yeah, I don't know about you, but I am so glad a few people are there. How are you all doing? Josephine is there. She's probably working and multitasking and doing everything all at the one time. But it's been a tough Christmas. I mean, we had a lovely Christmas. Brian and Anna got home eventually. We had the drama with the PCRs, and they'd been in teaching practice for weeks and weeks and weeks, and we were worried sick. But they got home, and we had the loveliest Christmas. Katrina's there, Siobhan is there. Listen, lovely to see you all, and Happy New Year. So yeah, different sort of Christmas. So many people have been sick, so many people are isolating, and in our house, somebody is isolating too. We were walking on Marble Hill Beach on, I don't know, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, and as a beautiful walk, it was gorgeous. Everything was perfect. Sun was shining. It was lovely. And Brian was walking behind me, and he got a text to say that one of his good friends had tested positive and he was a close contact. And then he got another text to say another friend, same story, close contact. So home, double masked, windows to the Jeep wide open, and got him home and got him isolating. So it got me thinking that there's so many of you who are facing the challenges of isolation in your home at the minute. And I thought a lot about this because I wanted our isolation experience to be as positive as it possibly could be. And I want to do the same for you. So that's what we're going to chat about today. I'm going to give you my tips and pointers and the way that you can optimize your home best to support somebody who's isolating, whether they're asymptomatic or whether they're sick. And I did train as a nurse, so I have a bit of background here. And I'm going to say hello to a few people before. I'm Karen there. I'm sending you big hugs. Difficult Christmas, I would imagine. Anybody who's lost somebody. And Siobhan is there too. My condolences to your family as well. A very, very, very tough time. Trish Collins and Galway saying Happy New Year and very best wishes for 2022. I actually have a fantastic feeling for 2022. I think it's going to be an exceptional year for all of us. I really do. We're stronger than we ever have been in our lives before. And I think this is going to be a good thing because this COVID beast is going to go away. And, you know, we deserve an amazing year. Let me see. Ruth Bell is there. Hi, Ruth. How are you? She's wishing me Happy New Year. And Josephine is not working. She's laid up, but thankfully negative. Okay. Okay. So, Sinead is saying Happy New Year, Anne from Sligo. Well, Happy New Year back from Donegal. I can't believe it's New Year's Eve. And yes, you know, I'm kind of glad because I'm really looking forward to 2022. I love the month of January. For me, it's a very cleansing month. January and September, my two favorite months of the year, because I always start something new in January and in September. It just seems to energize me or something. And I think we're all a bit like that. So, gosh, you know, I've just reminded myself that I promised Kira Kelly I would start 100 days of walking tomorrow, and I will. And I'm going to do dry January as well. So there's lots happening here in January. So you've got somebody who is isolating, or maybe you're isolating yourself. And it's a little bit challenging at the minute because you might have more family members home than you would normally have in the house. So before we had any necessity to isolate, we had designated a room in our house. We jokingly called it the ICU. In fact, there was one day last year when Anne ended up in the ICU thinking she was unwell. And I rang Brian or I texted him and I said, oh, I'm in ICU, thinking he knew exactly what I meant. And sure, the poor kid, his heart nearly stopped. He thought his mother was in intensive care. But we have this room. This is an upside down house. Bedrooms are downstairs. My office is downstairs, but the living rooms are upstairs. And there's a guest bedroom upstairs. So that bedroom is furthest away from the other bedrooms. So we had decided that was going to be the the nurse called it ICU because there's a bathroom beside it as well. It's not en suite, but it's beside it. They're annexed together. It's kind of like a guest annex. So that in the evening, when we got home from the beach, I immediately went to the hot press and got gorgeous bed linen, really, really comfortable bed linen, lovely soft duvet, really soft pillows. I put in 4 or 5 pillows because if you think whoever's going to be in that room needs to be comfortable in that bed, and I want you to make that room as pleasant and as nice for them as you possibly can. So the nice bed linen, a candle. You need a window where you can open a good, decent window. The highlight of our day at the moment is when we visit, we do the window visit from outside. So we'll go outside, he'll open the window and we'll chat. And that's really important because I'm very mindful of people's mental health as they're isolating. We're not used to be cooped up in a room. And the room that Brian is in is actually smaller than his own bedroom would be. So I'm just mindful of this. I want it to be comfortable. I want it to be uplifting. Bring them, leave loads and loads of water with them. They need to be mindful of their hygiene as well. So you must have a hand sanitizer in that room. They must wash their hands a couple of times after the bathroom, yes, but they must keep washing their hands. If you go into that room, you wear a mask and gloves. Only time I go in is to take the tray away with the food, and that tray I take it straight to the utility room. I rinse it down with boiling water. I use a sanitizer on it, a hospital grade sanitizer, and then it goes straight into the dishwasher, hot wash. Any bedding or clothes or towels come out of there into a sealed plastic bag, double bagged, and then out into the washing machine, into the hottest wash that you can possibly get. A few people, Helen Walsh just saying hello. I wonder is Helen is hoping to go to Australia to see her son, and fantastic year ahead of you, Helen. She's got a gorgeous new grandson in Australia. Jane Canning is saying Happy New Year, and Marietta saying Happy New Year from Victoria Bridge, gorgeous Victoria Bridge. Okay, so try and make that room as comfortable, as nice a place to be in as possible. If there's not normally a TV in it and they want a TV or laptop, send it in. You know, if you've got funny movies, send them in. Anything, you know, a funny book, an uplifting book, whatever the thing is, music, whatever puts you in good form, bring it in, because it's a long time to have to wait there on your own, particularly if you've got the stress of a daily antigen test. Now, touch wood, so far we are doing okay. But that's not to say that the next one could be positive or tomorrow's, you don't know. Now, if you've got somebody, I had a conversation with one of my Finding Your Fabulous ladies yesterday, and all of her family, well, actually, one of her kids didn't get COVID, but the rest of them did, including herself and her husband. And she said it's very difficult. You know, if you've got somebody who's very sick, Brian is able to look after himself. All we have to do is provide drinks and food and take it all away. But if you've somebody who's sick, I know that I couldn't leave one of my kids with night sweats or whatever in bed. I would be there. So just be very, very careful. I would definitely double mask. I would double glove as well. And if you've any kind of a gown type thing that you could wear into that room, I would. Paracetamol, obviously really, really important. Tons and tons of water. Make sure they're drinking loads and loads of water, and do encourage them to open the window and get some fresh air. And if anybody's got any questions at all, ask me. I mightn't know the answer, but if I do, I'll help you. And if I don't know the answer, I'll find it out for you. So if there's something that you're struggling with yourself, or maybe you're living by yourself and you know it's tough and you're trying to look after yourself, so just try and stay as calm as you can. I realized that I was getting quite stressed when we realized that Brian was going to have to isolate, and my IBS went crazy. Even today it wasn't wonderful, but I think it's settled down now. So just mind yourself and take plenty of rest breaks and hydrate yourself really, really well, you know, and do something nice for yourself. If you're the one looking after everybody else, go and have a bath, sit in a quiet corner and read a book, you know, have a mug of tea, or I was even tempted to have a glass of champagne, but I just thought, you know what, I have too much cooking to do yet and I have to bake my chocolate roulade. So no, champagne will wait until later on. But be good to yourself. Just be kind. This time is going to pass. These days are going to pass, and we will get through it. I know we will, but just try and stay as well as you can. And there are challenges. Today I had to go to Lidl to get stuff, and I thought I'd pick up some antigen tests there. Completely sold out. Now, fortunately, our local pharmacy had some, the lateral flow ones, and but a maximum of 4 per customer, which I got. So yeah, be organized and just try and stay positive, try and stay calm. This will pass. This will pass. And thankfully, most people have got their double vaccinations, and a lot of people have got their boosters as well. So I'm optimistic that even if this beast does come in the door, we're well equipped to sustain it and get through it. But really important to mind your mental health as well. So tell me what you're doing tonight. Is anybody doing anything nice? We're just here on our own. We will do a nice dinner, and Brian will get his through the door and then eat on his own. So actually, when I was talking to Trina yesterday, she said that for Christmas dinner, what they did was her son had an iPad in his room, and they did a video teleconference, WhatsApp, whatever, video, so that he was having his dinner in his room on his own, but they were all together and they had a bit of fun. So I think this is time to start thinking outside the box. We've got so good at thinking outside the box, and just because of the challenging times that we find ourselves in, we're finding lots of different ways of doing things. I mean, I had a poignant kind of a moment on, I think it was St. Stephen's Day. I was up really early, and I was looking for a particular video on my Facebook page, and then I started looking at the numbers, and I thought, gosh, I wonder how many people have actually watched them. So I took the calculator out, and this is gas, if I can find it. So I literally went through every single video and wrote down how many people had watched them. Now, this went on for days. But the crazy thing is, the numbers came up to almost 500,000. Isn't that unbelievable? If you had told me 2 years ago that I would have done this, I would have thought, you're off your rocker. This is just not possible. Won't do it. But I didn't do it on my own, because so many of you were here with me, and we kept each other going. And I'm seeing all these names here, and we will meet up. We're going to have a Harvey's Point event. And we are going to meet up, because I feel as if I know so many of you so well, and some of you have done my online courses as well, so I've got to know you that way too, and I've got to know you through the other groups. But it's been amazing, absolutely amazing and wonderful. And that's because, I don't know, I took a notion that I would do a Facebook Live, and you took a notion that you'd do something else, and lo and behold, we got each other through. We absolutely got each other through. Scribbled stuff. Oh yeah, one thing I did do, although Brian hasn't taken me up on this, and I wish he would. We have a sitting room that we don't use, and we use it in the summertime because it's south facing, and it's got a balcony off it, and it's a lovely room, but we don't use it in the wintertime. And I thought, you know what, I am going to make this up for Brian. And there was lots of Christmas decoration boxes and things like that, and so I cleared it out. Got a nice candle in. I also have a candle in his bedroom as well, something lovely and soothing and relaxing. And thought that at least if it was 2 double doors, glazed double doors, one from the hall into that room and the other from the kitchen into that room. And I thought, well, he can relax there. He can do his own thing. He's out of the bedroom. He can go out onto the balcony and get as much fresh air as he wants. We can see him. And even there's a door from the kitchen to the balcony as well as the double doors. So we could even have a socially distanced meet out on the balcony. But I think he's afraid of infecting us or passing something on to us. So he hasn't come out. He's still in his room. But I would encourage you, if you had an extra room that the person who's isolating could use, okay, they're going to be there on their own, but it's a change of environment, might be a change of aspect, maybe a bit more sunny, a nice view. We're looking out of the Loch Swilly, which you can't see from the bedroom that Brian is in. So think about this, anything that you can make things a little bit easier and better for the person who's inside, and try and laugh. We do go, all of us go outside. The other night I put on my big fur coat and I took a glass of wine outside with me. It was actually quite a mild night, and he had his window open, and we laughed and laughed and laughed outside, and Jack and Anna and Neil have been doing exactly the same. So it's not being miserable. Now, I know if he was very, very sick, that'd be different. But just try to make it as pleasant and as palatable. So if you're laid up, Josephine, mind yourself and get everybody else to mind you as well, and try and have a laugh. Oh, don't make me cry, Kavina. Don't make me cry. Kavina sent me a message yesterday and I could feel the tears just popping away. You were the glue that helped us all together. No, I think, you know what? We were like hodgepodge. We kept each other together and we supported each other and we laughed and we cried and we learned and we decorated and we had laughs and it was just fantastic. Harvey's point sounds like a fabulous idea. Oh, it will. It will. And Noel will just look after us so well. It'll be amazing. Noreen's down in Cork. Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to you too. So, have you got New Year's resolutions in plan? Have you got things that you're going to do, things that you're going to give up, things you're going to take up? I'm going to take up 100 days of walking every year. I start on the 1st of January, every single year since Kira started. And then I stop. I go for about a week and then I stop. But this time I am determined I'm going to do it. And if I get into the habit of doing it, I'll enjoy it. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do dry January as well, just because it's January and why not? And know how to give the liver a rest after Christmas. So I'm looking forward to that. That's two positives for me. But I have a very busy January in front of me, to be perfectly honest. I have so much going on. I'm going to reinstate, obviously, Kavina Singh. Hang on, I need to put the glasses on for this because my light's going down a bit. My brother did 100 mile static cycling throughout his COVID every day. He just had no taste. My brother did 100 miles static cycling throughout his COVID every day. He just had no taste, more energy than me. I know, and everybody's different. So I think just go with it. But mind your energy. I would be careful of anybody to mind your energy. If you're unwell at all, mind your energy. Plenty of vitamin D and just something like Revive Active or something like that, just to give you a boost. But anyway, January. So yes, I'm going to reinstate my Finding Your Fabulous because it's just the perfect time of year. We didn't quite get finished. We were meant to get finished before Christmas, but I think we all just got too busy. So we get stuck into that in the next week or so, and it'll be just amazing. So I would invite anybody who wants to give themselves a boost, who wants to give their mindset a boost, who wants to give their confidence a boost, who wants to be surrounded by the most amazing, like-minded, positive people that you could find. And Kavina knows exactly what I'm talking about. I would invite you to join us. And I think for the month of January, I'm going to make it very easy and very affordable. I'm going to do a 3-payment plan for both the Finding Your Fabulous and for anybody who wants to learn how to design their own house, how to be their own interior designer, how to plan their whole design and learn everything about becoming your own designer, or maybe you're extending, maybe you're renovating, maybe you're building a new house. I've got just the course for you. It is my sharing secrets. I love it. I literally do share my secrets with you. There's a backup Facebook support group, same with Finding Your Fabulous. So there's communities there. So whether you want to improve your home or you want to improve yourself, I've got something for you. Send me a direct message and I'll let you know what that's all about. But it's a treat for you and a gift for you, because getting your confidence, it took me a while. Over the last couple of years, I had lost my confidence completely for all sorts of reasons, and I've got it back with a bang. I'm going to be 62 on the 25th of June, and I honestly feel alive, vibrant, and great. Only bummer for me was Anna and I binged watched on Sex and Your City. The recent one, recently, it made me feel old. It's the first time because they seemed old and it wasn't fresh. I didn't enjoy it, I have to say, but that's just me. So that's me in January. I can't wait. Those 2 courses will be up and running. I also have 2 half days coming up as well. Can't remember the dates. Is it the 21st of January and the 29th of January, 2 Saturdays. I'm going to do a half day. The first one on the 22nd of January is going to be all about how to plan and coordinate your dream design, or whatever you want to call it, but how to plan it, because I know so many people get overwhelmed and they don't know how to start, where to start, what room to start with. So I'll break it down into room by room by room, and also I will cover how to plan out the design of your own house and the things that you must do first and second and third and fourth, and what is a domino effect. So that'll be a fun afternoon. It's from 1:30 till 4 o'clock. And what day did I say that was? That's the 22nd of January, Saturday. And then the following Saturday, the 29th, I'm going to do a similar day, but it's for people who are specifically building a new home. Because again, there's a system. I spoke to somebody recently, a couple of days ago, who is completely revamping her bungalow, an 80s bungalow. There's a trend for revamping 80s bungalows at the moment, particularly in Donegal. So I talked her through again what you must do first, what order you do things in, because I'm so mindful for any of you doing work in your house at the moment, or building or extending, lead times are getting longer and longer. It is problematic, which is why I start at an early stage, to make sure that you're not holding the build up in any way, that everything that you need is picked when you're not under stress, that you know you've made 100% the right choice, and that you know it's available and ready for when your builder needs it. Happy New Year, and thank you for everything you brought to 2021. Thank you so much. I don't know who that is. That's somebody from one of the groups. The names don't come up. I don't know why. Listen, it has been my pleasure, and what can I say? You guys have been amazing. I mean, what do I say? Almost 500,000 people have been here with me. And we've chatted, we've laughed, we've learned, we've cried, we've discussed all sorts of topics. Oh, and I should tell you, I have some wonderful guests lined up for next year. Some of them are people who are not famous yet, but who have amazing stories, or are amazing in what they do, or they're an absolute expert in what they do. And a few people are celebrities and people that you will certainly know from the television or from the media. And I'm looking forward to that. Now, one thing I want to give my everything to in 2022 is to be more consistent. I am definitely an interior designer. I suffer from shiny object syndrome. You know, show me something and then something else catches my attention, and something else. Sometimes I wonder if I have ADHD. So what I'm going to do is to be consistent with my videos. I'm definitely going to do more videos. I'm going to do more online training. And my newsletter is going to go out religiously every single week, because I had got distracted, to be honest. So if I plan, I'm a list girl. I write lists for everything. For dinner, I'll have my list. You know, for my cooking, I'll have my list. So I will plan this out. And for the first time ever, I have it every single week. I pick a word for my week to motivate me. But my word for 2022 is going to be consistency. I might adopt the done, not perfect mantra, but I want to be there, and I want to be there when I say I'll be there, and just do it. Same with the walking. So can't believe today is New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, and we're starting a new year tomorrow. We deserve a great year. We've been through hell and back. And Helen is going over to see her son in Australia this month. I am hoping it'll be too hot for me to go to Alice Springs at the minute. I couldn't cope with 45-degree heat, but I'm hoping that I will see Richard very, very soon. I'm hoping Brian and Anna will get back next week, and that life will go back to normal for us, whatever normal is. But regardless of what that normal is, we'll just appreciate what you have, appreciate everything. Even if you're in a house with people who are isolating and you're worried and you can't see, like today, we dropped a gift over to my sister-in-law's house, and my mother-in-law was outside, and we couldn't be close to her, you know, and I could see she looked so sad, and we were sad, but we have a responsibility to remind ourselves we've got to this stage, you know, and yes, there's been lots of illness and sadness, but for us, the lucky ones, we're still here, and we're still well, and our mind is positive. So I am getting a little bit emotional. It's been a good year. It's been a good year. It's been a challenging year. But I promise you, 2022 is going to be even better. So I'm going to dig deep. Any topics that you want me to discuss here, whether it's about your home, whether it's about lifestyle, whether it's about getting an expert in, you just let me know what you want, and I'll deliver what you want. Because the best suggestions have always been the suggestions that you've given to me, not the ones that I have thought about. So, so share the word around. If you know anybody who'd enjoy that half day, it's going to be about 3 hours probably of a session, a planning session. January is a great time to start to plan. And when you have a plan, you always get a good result. because you know exactly what you want. And there is a strategic way. It's taken me years to figure this out, but I'll happily share with you my strategic plan, how to start, what steps to do things in. It's the way I do it. So whether I'm working on a tiny pod, and I actually visited my pods up in Creasland the other day, or you know, a 5,000 square foot house or a renovation, it doesn't matter. My system is the same. I start exactly the same way and build it up and get a great result at the end of it. So on that note, Siobhan is saying to me, Happy New Year, Anne and family, and the Live at 3 family, absolutely looking forward to 2022. So bring it on. Do something beautiful for yourself today. Spray the lovely perfume, wear the lipstick, get out for a walk, do whatever your thing is, but just promise me that you'll take time for you today, that you won't spend your time cooking and cleaning and be exhausted by the time this evening comes. I want you to just take time out. You can take a half an hour out and do something lovely for you. So I will be back next week. I haven't got a clue what days or what. I haven't thought that far ahead, but I will. And I'll let you know what the agenda is, what I'm up to, what we'll be talking about. And I'll also post the information about the 2 mini courses. It's going to be online, but it's going to be a live with a recording. Hopefully we'll get to meet up. We will. We absolutely will. And Kavina, same to you, Siobhan. So from the bottom of my heart, and from my family to your family, and from Room Junkie family to your family, thank you for the support that you've given me in every shape or form, for the people I've worked with, for the people that I've met here, for all the learning, for all the amazing guests that I had and will continue to have. Thank you. So, particularly on this day, as we approach an exciting year, I want you to be positive. I want you to just think back about the good things that happened this year and focus on those, and program your mind for success and happiness and health and joy come tomorrow. So as always, I urge you to stay safe and stay fabulous, and I shall see you next year. Happy New Year to you all.